club football, he pisses all over him. So
It's just Messi. We all know what Messi can do.
A lot of flair, a lot of skill.
people might forget the names, but the street certainly won't.
FTLOL.
Hello, people. We are back again, back on YouTube with another tier list video. Did the American TV shows? We're going British. We're doing it properly. There's a lot more better programs on here, and this one we're definitely going to enjoy. Guys, how are you?
Good. Very good. This shit is coming home, boys. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's just depressed me. I'm good as well, Jack.
Good stuff. We're at home. I'm sure we're watching a lot of these over the weeks as we speak. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of childhood memories, some of this as well.
100%. Mate, I could watch some of these on here. I could watch over and over again. Personally, I don't know about you lot, but I feel like English comedy is levels above any comedy in the world. I don't know about Russian or Spanish or, I don't know, Jamaican comedy. Not personally watched it. But for me, obviously being English, levels above. Even watching American stuff, I know we rated all that, but I still don't think half of that stuff comes close to this shit.
Yeah, agree.
I don't know, there's a couple of stuff here which I think's absolute tosh, but we'll see.
We've caught Tom on a good day today. Right.
That's such a good mood.
Right, so the tiers are obviously, without doubt, you're going to have a God tier, which is the best one. And as it's English, the next one is pucker. For you non-English people out there, that means decent, bee's knees, kind of.
A type of pie.
Yeah, it's a pucker pie. It's nice and tasty. Get stuck into it. Not God tier, but
Bosh.
worthy. Next one is background noise, as it was with the last episode. Literally, as it says in the tin, background noise. Next one, never seen. Clearly, you've never seen it. And then we went with a kind of typical English saying that we use probably daily. First one is shite, or we're going to call it wank.
Can you elaborate on those two?
Yeah.
What do they mean?
Well, shite means terrible, or means I'm going for a number two. Number two, I don't know, do people use number two elsewhere in the world? Is I'm going to go and take a poo. And wank, I'll leave that to Tom.
Similar to that, but it's an act which is quite sordid. So yeah, best leave it like that.
Yeah. Jack gets right with that shit. Right, let's crack into it. First one then, boys, is something I've never seen. Well, I think I've seen one episode. I believe it was Channel 4. Pram Face.
No, I've
never seen it either.
Yeah, I'm happy to put it on that category there. Next one then, we are going with, this one is Max and Paddy.
I don't actually remember seeing. I remember seeing it, but whether it was, I thought it was any good or not, I can't remember.
I think it was. I'd say pucker, but I know there's quite a lot of. There's quite a lot of great shows here, so I'm not really sure, but I'll probably lean to pucker for now.
I'll be straight with you. I haven't seen much of it. I've seen not one episode. The only thing I remember is, and I might be completely wrong here, but didn't they do a song? I know Max, or the guy did, Amarillo, wasn't it? And it was big. It's right.
Peter Kay. That guy, Peter Kay.
Peter
That's
Kay.
it. Peter Kay. Didn't he? Was it just him by himself, or was it Paddy as well?
No, it was just him by himself. It was just Peter Kay doing it.
Yeah, it was him and I can't remember the bloke's name that Actually, Tony Christie.
So was
That's
it
the one.
That's it.
separate from this then? Was it not a spin-off?
Very separate. Very
So,
separate.
yeah.
Fair enough then. So
It was
that's
closer to Phoenix Nights, which was again Peter Kay,
Yeah.
and I think Paddy McGuinness as well.
I
All
think
right.
it's a spin-off of that.
Yeah.
So I think me and Tom probably never seen it. Jack, you put it in Pucker.
Yeah,
There's
I
around there.
don't know whether that. I'm just looking at some of the other ones. Maybe move that actually to background noise because you got to kind of rate it against,
We can come back
against
to
some of the others. Yeah.
Right. This one is my mum's favourite. It's called Gimme
My
Gimme.
mum's as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Well, not favourite, but puts it on every now and again.
this is what I mean. So I don't know. Me personally, I think it's one of those things I just avoid because my mum watches it.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
It is the comedy in it was because you got like the Tom Carrot who's a very extravagant homosexual, and you got the sex edit woman there who's actually quite ugly. But it was to do that in the 90s and early 2000s, pretty out there for that time, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't particularly sit down and enjoy watching it. It would probably be background noise for me.
I'm happy with background noise. I remember it being a massive thing. Well, my mum used to watch it all the time. So on that basis, I can't say it's shit or wank, but it's just background noise. 40 Towers. And if you watch
I would
the
say
TV Gold,
God tier. It's God tier.
I've only seen clips of it. To be honest, it's probably not the best start. These first few I've not really seen, but I promise you I've seen a lot of them, but not these first few.
I'm going to pick
So I
random.
don't know.
It's got to be at least Pucker because it's got such history to it, and like you can watch it. And I wouldn't just sit there and go off and do something with it in the background. I would actually sit and watch it.
It's one of those things. I haven't watched it, I'll be honest, but I've been recommended to watch it so often. That and one other thing that should be on there, Blackadder.
Oh, it should be as well. But there's so many different types of Blackadder because you had Blackadder from the Tudor times, Victorian times, Elizabethan, World War II. It almost never ended, did it?
Yeah, so I'm happy. I'll put it in Pucker for now. I know, Jack, you've never seen it. I've never seen it, but based on what probably most of England would say, it'd be there. It potentially could be
interesting.
in here.
Do you know what's interesting? It's only ever had 12 episodes. And
What?
it's got such a cult following. There's only 12 episodes.
Seriously?
2 series. Yeah.
Oh,
Mate, I'd be well disappointed back then. How can
I know.
Yeah, I don't like when things
I'm
end.
tempted to watch all that now. Then, if it's only 12 episodes, you could just bang through that as well.
Be well good to have that impact.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to pick randomly now. We're going to go with this one, Uncle.
Ooh. So, fun fact about that one: that was
Go on.
filmed in my secondary school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot
What
of it was.
wasn't you didn't see any of the filming, did you? Or
No, it was actually after.
after
I
school?
think it was after it changed from Ashburton to Oasis. So
Oh,
I didn't see any of the filming, but yeah.
So, what are you saying?
I think it's
Go on.
probably Pucker, I would say.
Really?
See, for me, for like, right now, it'd be background noise. At the time, it was quite good. I feel like Pucker's too. I feel like that word seems a bit too much for that tier. But yeah.
I would describe it as an easy watch.
Yeah.
Background noise. I never found it
So
easy.
you might be right about that, but I would be concentrating, I suppose. Yeah, I'm happy with background noise.
Yeah.
Well, it's ultimately it's 2 against 1, isn't it? So it sort of averages out. So yeah,
That's it. Right. Let's go with what Tom used to look like when he was younger. Bottom. For me, this is God tier.
for me, this is probably the lower end of God tier.
Do you know what? I actually never liked it because where it got a bit
Repetitive.
gory and a bit repetitive, and when it was young when it came out, I just used to hate it being on. I'd actually get up and go out the room.
Oh.
Yeah, I never watched it when I was young. Jordan used to have all the DVDs. I didn't watch it till I was about 12 or 13. So I've got the right time. I remember Alex used to always rewind this one scene. Do you remember?
Yeah, mate. It was a fire scene. His head got caught on a fire or something.
Yeah.
They went camping. Mate, it's the
He was in my shed. We were watching it, and yeah.
Yeah, he kept on rewinding it. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, for me, this is God tier, man, because what's his name? Adrian Edmondson, isn't it?
Adrian Edmondson.
And who's the other guy again?
He's married to what's her face?
Yeah, her.
Famous actress.
That one.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I
her.
can't remember her name now.
We know what you mean.
Saunders, is it? Is it Jennifer Saunders?
Which one? The one that was in Vic? I don't know.
No, that's Storm French.
Yeah, same shit, really, isn't it?
Colleague, yeah.
I didn't come on here for IMBD or whatever it is. I came on here
Fair enough. So what are you saying, Tom, for that one? For bottom?
Well, you both think it's like God tier or pucker. I thought it was shite/wank. But
so should we put in pucker then?
Yeah.
Cool. I might have to use my my trump card later on for that one. Right. Summer Heights High.
Shite for me.
Shite.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
Looking at some of the stuff on this list, and I'm thinking this is below them. So it's hard. It's not shite like some of the American shite, but it's shite by British standards for me. But where do you have it?
For me, at points in my life, I would have put this God tier, but for me, it's pucker now. I can't put it God tier compared to some of the stuff on here, but yeah, it has to be pucker for me because some of the shit, I don't know how he gets away with it, and I don't think it'd be allowed nowadays on TV maybe, but yeah, just the way this guy portrays people, the stuff he gets away with. I mean, it's too funny, man. It's so funny. I don't know whether you haven't given it a fair chance of recent.
Maybe because I know he's got some other stuff, hasn't he? This bloke.
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
He's got other characters.
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's Jemay. He had a spin-off show from a character in this one called Jemay.
It was like a
private school
Howie type bloke, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going pucker. Tom's never seen it.
I've seen the memes. Like, is it which one's Summer Heights High? Is it the one with the?
Yeah. It's like I'm so random that one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. That one. Because you had the meme where he's resigning from the his job. I saw that meme going around where it's like people saying, "Oh, this is how I want to resign" or whatnot, or how I feel after someone turns up 10 minutes late. There was all that meme going on.
I might be getting this confused with another one of his shows, to be honest, because if they're all quite similar.
They are, yeah.
I'm just gonna look. There's one called Jamie. I think that's the one that I've seen.
Yeah, Jemay. That's the one I'm saying.
Is he the one who gets his testicles out in every picture? Like in every picture, he's just got his balls out. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
In Summer Heights High, yeah. They basically one of the kids. I think his name's Jonah. In the classroom, he's a bit of a little shit. He break dances at lunchtime and stuff, and his tag or his graffiti name is a picture of a dick, and then Tation, and his name is Dictation. What a legend.
Just put a knob gag out and that's it. Jordan loves it.
That's it, man. Can't.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, Parker for me. Never seen for Tom, or potentially seen some memes. Jack, you think maybe shit wank?
I actually think this might be never seen for me. I think it's Jamie, which I've
Jamie,
seen,
yeah.
but I thought that was shit. I think.
All right,
But
so
yeah, I think it might average out a background noise, but technically,
I'll put it in never.
really don't know.
I'll put it in
Yeah,
never.
all right.
Yeah, another one I might have to use my trump card with. Right. Young offenders.
Never seen.
Never seen. Tom.
I've seen 1 or 2 episodes and I think it's shite.
To be honest, I saw a couple. Some of them were right. Some of them were just rubbish. It's one of those shows that are on like 12 o'clock at night on like BBC Two. You don't really.
There's a reason for that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plebs.
Shite.
Shite.
Yeah, but Dad put it on and we just literally sat there and after like 1 or 2 episodes we were like, shall we watch something else?
I would say
Background
background noise. I remember it used to come on like really late, and you was only like half over watching it.
Yeah.
It used to be on at like 11 at night or something. One of them shows. So I don't think you could ever properly get into it.
It's really late.
Thing is though, if it's at that time, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
The way I see it, if it's really, really late and it's not grown up, like Plebs, the actual what it is could, if it was any good, could be played at any time of day. It's not like it's Bottom where it was gory, or Bo Selector where there's lots of swearing and sexual references. It didn't need to be late because of a watershed. It needed to be late because it was shit.
Right.
That's where I see it.
I think for me, a couple of points I'm going to make on what you both said. I think I just mentioned that 11 o'clock, that's not late, man. Two,
It is on a school night.
Yeah, the school night. Although this came out whilst Jack was at work. Second, I think the reason why it's background noise for me is it used to be Borderline Pucker at the beginning when it first came around. Because when you first, I think this came around just after, in between.
Well, outnumbered.
About Plebs. It came out in between is finished, and we're looking for. They're all from that same. A lot of these shows all bring the characters, don't they? They all take characters and put them into another show. Yeah. And this is quite funny. It was quite slapstick and whatnot, one-liners and whatnot. But then it got a bit draggy on. It was on ITV2, I think, or BBC Three for a while.
Yeah, I would describe it as, rather than background noise, maybe it's all right, but either way, it's still a mid-tier. Yeah. Mid-tier thing.
Yeah, exactly that. So moving from Plebs. Seeing as Tom mentioned it, we'll go with Ali G, or is it the Ali G show? We can also Bo Selector. I don't think that was him. I think Bo Selector was
Keith Lemon.
That was
Keith Lemon. Yeah.
Keith Lemon. Yeah.
But Ali G did feature in a couple of them. And
so the film was God tier, but this isn't the film, is it? This TV show, which I'm not familiar with.
I never saw it. I wasn't old enough or allowed to back in the day, and I just never watched it.
My parents are bad. They just said, "Yeah, this is a standard TV boy. Grow up."
Yeah, I feel like I mainly watch Bo Selector around your house as well. So yeah, it's probably the
same. Yeah. So he used to interview people, and Americans should know this guy straight away. Sacha Baron Cohen? Is that his real name?
Yeah,
something like that.
Me, not at a time because I was probably too young, but he has got to it in terms of himself, but probably Pucker. So, but you've never seen it, so that outweighs it. So, never seen.
There are people up and down the country now screaming at that, especially if you're like 30s to 40s.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit of a wide move there, boys. The Mighty Boosh.
Wasn't for me. It was that sort of genre where it was at that time where it just wasn't for me. Like I remember a couple of people from my school watching it and
Yeah.
quoting it
Yeah,
and laughing, and
I
I
never
just
watched
never
it.
really got it.
I never watched it either.
but I know my
I
sister
think it
liked
was the wrong type
Noel
of genre.
Fielding at the
Or
time.
Thing is,
I think that was the core thing.
yeah. Thing
The
is, I
core
don't know
viewership before.
whether it is a thing in England, but and you mentioned your sister there, like a lot of people tended to grasp onto people like the actors, like Noel Fielding became big. There's another one,
Yeah,
White Gold, whatever his name is, the actor in that. He
oh
became
yeah, Ed
like, everyone
Westwick.
loved him off. Like they all got loved off for some reason. But yeah, for me, never seen it, so can't comment whether it's shit or wank. And Jack, you've never seen it, and Tom, not for you. So that's cool. Right, the UK Office.
Shite.
I feel like Jack's
I'm
gonna
gonna say Pucker probably.
You've seen it? Okay, good. I'm gonna
I've
say
seen it. Yeah.
Pucker as well. It's that
The
slow.
thing,
For
the
me, it's that
problem
slow
for
thinking.
me.
Go on.
Sorry, go on. No, you
No,
go. You go.
it's the slow. It's the dry humour. That's you got to give it a chance. These kind of shows to build up to learn.
To
who
be
the
fair, I haven't seen tons of episodes, but I've seen it from the start, and I've probably seen the first season, because that was all that was on Netflix, I think. But I don't know if you definitely do need to give it a chance. I sort of liked it straight away, I think.
For me, the problem was that it was put on when I was younger. So like my mum and dad used to watch it, and it sort of like killed it for me because being that age, I just could not stand it. I'd have to get out the room.
That's
And
fair enough.
Ricky Gervais makes my skin crawl. So it's just basically, it's like, you know, when you got the worst meal growing up, and you get to a certain age where you see it in a restaurant or whatever, and you just bring back memories and you'd never have it again. Like, you might even like it, but you just cannot physically stomach seeing it.
Sausage and tissue is that for me, man.
Oh,
Jack's house once, and all they serve is sausage and tissue. And my
served. Restaurant.
Was it expensive, Jordan?
Mate, I didn't have to pay because I have mates rates.
Did you leave a tip?
No,
I don't know, Jack, did he?
But yeah, sausage and tissue. No, I can't be have that. But yeah, back on that. A fun fact though, Ricky Gervais is Jack's dad's mate, isn't it?
They used to go drinking together in the Union Bar in, I think it was maybe UCL or one of the London unis. Even though my dad never went to uni, but he knows him. He knows him from like, I think it's the late 80s or something like that. So before he got big.
I don't know whether that's another one of his he nutmeg pate.
I think that is
Pepe.
Not
Did
not
you
like
say
the Pele
Pepe?
Story.
Yeah,
He nutmeg Pepe.
He's claiming that he's nutmeg pate. We could do a tier list on Jack's dad's stories and shit. It's brilliant.
I mean,
Yeah, okay. Well, I've put it in Pucker anyway because it evens out really because I thought it was good. Jack thought it was good, and you've hardly seen it. Or did you say it was shit, or did you say you've hardly?
I said it was shit. I hate it.
Shit. Yeah.
Well, anyway, evens out somehow. Right, White Gold. Then we mentioned that guy Ed Westwick, I think it is. I started watching this Netflix, and it wasn't too bad, but I could see it being background noise because I did kind of stop watching it.
It should be better than it is though, because it's got like 2 of the In-Betweeners cast.
Yeah.
But I'd probably say Pucker.
Okay.
I never saw it.
All right.
Yeah, stick it in background noise for now,
Yeah.
because I think there's some good ones coming up.
Right. Seeing as you mentioned In-Betweeners, now I've had a brief conversation with Tom before this podcast, and I was very shocked to hear his response. What
was your response, Tom?
Go on.
basically, before I say it, I can appreciate why people like it and where the humour comes from. But I really don't like it. I really don't like it. If it comes on, I leave the room.
What?
Yeah, it's
You
not for
leave
me.
the room.
Yeah.
Blimey.
I cringe at it. It's I can't do cringe humour, which is why I don't like the UK office either. I can't do
I
cringe.
wouldn't say this is cringy. There's one that's really cringy, which is still out there.
No, I don't mean cringy as in like the humour's cringy. It's just the situations, and like you just see it and you think, well, there's clearly an obvious way to avoid this situation, but no, they go head first into it, and it's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
You gotta relax, and it's just.
I'd say this is probably the #1 show on the list for me, and actually, I think this is possibly the most popular show in the UK in our age group.
Probably, I can
It's
see
one of
why
them
it was
where
funny.
I routinely, like, when we're just sitting down eating dinner, like, this is what we'll put on just on 4OD. We'll just get up in between us, just go, yeah, watch some of that. But if you're saying it's shite or wank,
Oh no! Sorry, I'll have to put in between us.
no, because we've got the goal, we've got the one move at the end.
All right, fine, but let me just in between is more iconic than the Queen.
Yeah, I think
To be
that's
honest,
fair.
America tried to copy it, and it was such
Oh, have you
bad.
seen that? It's awful. The
There's like
casting of
3 or
Jay
4 though.
is the worst.
There's 3 or 4
Is
shows
it
in here which they
Australia
have
or
tried to
something?
do. There's 3 or
So-
4 shows that they have tried to copy. Like I know they tried to copy the IT Crowd. They tried to copy In Betweeners.
Yeah, but the copy of it was I've never seen a copy so copied, if that makes sense. Like the Office in America, at least it had the idea Office, but the jokes were completely different.
Yeah.
If you watch the copy of In Between's America, literally line by line, it's exactly the same.
That was the same with the IT Crowd. You had yeah, like you had the guy played by Ross. Have you seen Community that I talked about the other day?
Yeah.
You had the cool guy from that playing the nerd, and it just didn't make any sense.
It doesn't translate. This is the thing. And the thing with In Between is it was so growing up at that time as well. It was so relatable. Like RJ was probably Alex, I would say. And
like how he said it while he's not in the call.
he knows he would be RJ. he knows that.
What, Alex?
Yeah, don't you think?
Yeah.
And like just the way the situations, all right, it may be a bit far-fetched, some of them, but it was just a typical bunch of English lads, wasn't it? And some of the stuff they went through, and some of the comebacks that come off the back of it, like you Bender or Bumder, was it Bumder? Bumder, isn't it?
Bumder.
Yeah. Bumder. What else? There was other stuff like
Briefcase Wanker.
Yeah, briefcase wanker, bus wanker, all this stuff. Like the one that makes me laugh quite a bit, and I don't think anyone else will find it that funny, but the one where Will, he goes out with this really tall girl, and she seems to think that he's going out of her. Like he's actually said, well, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh yeah, and
at the end,
he dumps her.
At the end, he calls her fucking Eiffel Tower and shit, and just the way he executes it, it's just too funny. I can't. All right, fine. Because of averages, we're gonna have to put it in pucker. But
Do you know what? Because it is such
iconic
between everyone else, you can put it in God tier.
Thank you.
I just don't really. I never really liked it.
Thank you. No, that's very kind of you.
You're welcome, mate.
All right. Seeing as you mentioned RT crowding,
yes.
Where are you going to put that?
God tier.
Jack, thoughts?
It's all right.
Oh, I love it.
I've
Do you know what?
I've seen tons of it, but it's probably between all right and pucker for me.
I've never seen it.
really, do you know what? It's one of them where it would be like it'd be like the in-betweeners for our generation, for those who worked in an office, if you know what I mean. Like the stuff
Yeah, I
that
know what
happened,
you mean.
Yeah.
But The
but
Office
not.
is like that, no?
Yeah, that's
As
The
well.
Office. Yeah.
No, but the Office, I think, is more. How should I put it?
Piss take.
It's not as light-hearted.
Satire.
No, I think the IT Crowd is more satire, if you know what I mean. Not even satire, actually. It's just I just find it generally more light-hearted and more amusing to watch, and it's still something we put on today.
Yeah, I think because you feel quite strongly about this one, I'm happy for you to have it in God tier
Thank you.
because it's a bit like the in-betweeners
Mm.
scenario.
I think there's
Well,
some backhanders happening in this episode. I think that's.
To be fair, both programs have been copied line for line by the US because they think it was that good. If you know,
That's a fair enough comment. Yeah. Okay. Right. Father Ted.
Background noise.
90s classic.
I'd allow Pucker because it was something I'd actually sit and watch, and I wouldn't just get up watching it. I think was it. In fact, it might have even been Father Ted that had the 12 episodes, not 40 Towers. Because I know Father Ted only had 2 series. I think it might have been both.
Didn't he die or someone? One of
Yeah,
the
he
main
died.
characters died or something.
The old man did, but I think he died.
The lead character died early. Just the lead guy.
Yeah, my cousins actually absolutely loved this. I think I basically watched most of the episodes when I was out in France. And they had like the DVD, so I've only really seen it in a. No, it weren't dubbed.
Oh.
They speak English, isn't they? So yeah, I don't. My memory's a little bit sketchy of it. So yeah, Pucker's probably fair.
It was one of those, again, situational comedy as it is, but just some of the stuff that happened. I think the classic scene is obviously the one where he's seen as being racist, and there's that he's waving. I think it's a Chinese bloke from memory walking in, and I think the town believe he's racist because not that he was. I think there was something that happened, and people had this impression of him. This Chinese bloke was walking towards the door from memory, and I think it was just to give a gift or just to speak to him, and he's waving at the window, but he doesn't realise there's a mark on the window, and it sits just in front of his top lip, so he looks like Hitler. And it's just things like that.
It's always hand movements as well. He's trying to say, "Oh, look, there he is," and he's open-handed and whatnot to show, "Oh, go over here" and whatnot. But because from the other side, and his posture, it's just we'll call him Wayne Hennessy. Yeah, doing a Wayne Hennessy.
Exactly that. So yeah, Pucker. Right, Love of the Apollo. Now, it's a hard one to pick, and I don't know how.
I've got a hot take on this.
Go on then.
Shite. Because if you truly like the comedian, then the 5 to 10 minutes that you're going to get on Live Apollo is not going to do it for you. And if you don't like the particular episode because of the sort of cast on there, then you're not going to watch it anyway. So I was thinking this is hard to rank as well, but I'm just going to go and say shite, because ultimately if you like the comedians on there, you're going to watch their DVD or get their set on YouTube, and you're going to want to watch more than 5 minutes of it or whatever.
That's a fair point, because a lot of the big names that we know anyway just do a small set or a small chunk from what is a famous DVD they've got anyway. But it is actually seen as quite a big deal for a comedian, especially an up-and-coming one, to get on there.
Yeah.
And
if you think
I like the idea of it. I think, and it's I don't know. I'd rather just if there was a load of comedians I'd almost rather them be on a panel show for an hour, like Mock the Week, than just get 5 minutes of them on Live at the Apollo.
That's true. I feel like Live at the Apollo though is like, because like you see when Catherine Ryan first came on the scene, she first came on through Live at the Apollo. I'm pretty certain Paul Chowdhury, from what I saw, became more popular from
A
Live
lot,
at the Apollo.
a lot of
There
them
is a
did.
lot. I'd
Yeah,
say it's background noise because it's
yeah,
just,
I agree.
it's there. It's you recognise the jokes. It's okay. You had the guy with the eyebrows, like he was from Middlesbrough. And he had the eyebrow joke. He just kept doing expressions
Oh
with his
yeah,
eyebrows. I can't remember his name, but he came big through Live at the Apollo.
I think it's a massive thing. To be, like you said, it's a massive thing to be on there. The Lost Voice guy as well, he was on there. Do you remember that guy who won? I think it was like Britain's Got Talent, or yeah, well he was. I don't know if he won it, but he was on there. I mean, there's a thing is, I understand what Jack's saying. I completely agree, but over the years, I think because it's been on for so long, we've kind of you've kind of it's kind of not it kind of reached its peak, and I think that's the thing with British TV. I don't know if it's the same over in America or elsewhere, but when we've got something that is good, we rinse it to the point where it's just annoying to see on TV.
I
Like,
disagree, to be
yeah.
fair. I think
You
the,
think?
the Americans do that because, like, if they've done it with the Big Bang Theory, it's
No,
been
but that's over here. We're
No,
doing it. We're still doing it. We're just doing it with American TV.
yeah, that's what
mm,
like.
We
no,
don't
but
we don't know how Americans do it, do we? Because we don't
No.
live in America.
I don't know
but
how
what
much.
I'm saying, they rinse it anyway. 'Cause they rinse it dry. Because, like in Two and a Half Men, it was rinsed dry just for TV programs. For argument's
Yeah,
sake,
that's what I think's happened
Suits.
with Thingy. Like with the Apollo though. I feel it's been rinsed too much.
Well, it
To the,
used to be Jack D Live at the Apollo, didn't it? Because he used to be the host every night, and then they just got rid of him and got someone new every week.
and that's where it's gone. I think that's what's happened. What's happened there is once you've peaked and can't really perform at Live at the Apollo, they normally bring those people back, don't they, to introduce up and coming acts.
Yeah.
So it's kind of become a little gateway.
Cycle.
Yeah, a little gateway to get into bigger things. But I agree. Background noise is what it should be, I think, because it wasn't shit. Just yeah. But I can understand where Jack's coming from. Right. Cold Feet.
Never saw.
Seen it.
That's a good one, then, lads. Lee and Dean.
Never
Dean.
seen.
All that.
Never seen that. For me, this is pucker. Definitely give it a try. I'll put it in never seen, but it is
What was it? BBC or?
it's similar to it's it's Channel 4. Definitely, it's just situational comedy. It's just funny. It's typical British comedy. If you like Staffless Flats, which I'll go on to next, this is one you can definitely watch. So give it a shot. Staffless Flats. For me,
I
this
don't
is
like stuff so I love it.
oh, that's good.
That's one of my favourites.
Never seen.
Tom, I swear you have to watch it. I don't know. I really can't gauge your comedy likeness. But just give this one a try. Honestly, it's so funny.
Okay.
He does it with his sister, I believe. I think they're Greek Cypriot, and they run like
Sophie.
shitty little estate agents. It's based around his dad owning the estate agents, and he's trying to get to management. But he's just an absolute idiot in it.
Is it a bit like a British version of Arrested Development? Although you haven't seen that, have you?
Never seen that. Just watch one episode and you'll know whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Right, Green Wing.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Happy day.
Nice and quick.
She said. Russell Howe was good news.
Pucker.
I'll go Pucker.
Probably Pucker. Lower end of Pucker, but
when it first came around, I used to watch it religiously.
yeah. I think it was that was the time when it came out, when he was like the biggest, well, definitely one of the biggest comedians about. Don't really hear from him as much anymore.
He's got
I think he still does it.
Yeah. think he's got one recently where he goes around Australia and New Zealand. That's what I'm saying. These people from Live at the Apollo, they end up getting proper big and go global, don't they? But
I didn't think he got big from Live at the Apollo. He got big from Mock the Week. He was like a regular on that with Andy
Yeah, he
Parsons,
was
wasn't he?
always there, wasn't he?
yeah, and his sister, I'm pretty sure she's a actress of some sort. But yeah, I like him. I think the way he views the world is quite good.
You know what? Do you know what I've realised we haven't got on here
Go on.
is Ramesh Ranganathan traveling with
Oh,
his mum, Jack D traveling with his dad.
Anything he does is good. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob versus Ramesh. That's a good one as well.
should be God tier.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, we could have thingy as well, League of Their Own, stuff like that.
Oh, I can't stand League. No, do you know what? I used to like League of Their Own, and I think it's when John Bishop left. I just no. After that, it got really, really tedious, really over the top, laddie, just with no sustenance to it. So I just really switched off it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've
yes.
got a suggestion for the next one.
Go on, Em.
You mentioned Russell Howard's sister.
Yeah.
She's in Him and Her.
Oh, she is, isn't she?
Yeah.
I like this, him and her.
Yeah, I like this.
Never seen it.
I
He's
would
got
say
that guy. What's that guy?
high end of
High end pucker.
high end pucker. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. What's that guy with the beard? Oh man, he's always
Oh yeah,
Jimmy-
Joey Wilkinson.
yeah. He's so funny, man.
Yeah.
In this as well, I think my favorite one's when they get married. Is that they get married or his sister gets married or something? Her sister.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Right, Misfits.
Never seen.
What?
Tough one. I want to say God tier, but I don't know if it's better than bottom.
At the time, this was. I don't know whether this came after. In
It
between.
did come after In Between Us, yeah.
Because I feel like
It was like the replacement for
yeah,
it.
it filled that void for me
Yeah,
at the time, and it was unreal. The guy, I don't know his name, the main guy, the Irish lad, was so funny.
Yeah, he was Clark. He was one of the best characters.
And even
on
when
the
they
TV
replaced
show.
him, I think it was like the last couple of series they replaced him with that other guy. I can't remember his name. He's quite a good actor as well. I think he replaced it from Sheffield or something.
Yeah.
Even he was quite good. So,
Yeah, I'd probably put this in God because
Yeah.
looking at some of the other stuff, not sure any of it's as good as that. I don't know.
yeah, I'm putting it good. Right, Come Fly With Me.
I don't really know. It's sort of probably a bit background noise / shy.
Thing is though, like with Confide with Me, like it was basically Little Britain, but when you realise it was just the same jokes, just so in an airport, it just seemed like regurgitated shite. So for me, it's got to be on shite wank.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
I just think it's yeah, you only see clips of it, don't you? Really.
And even then, it takes ages for anything good to actually come along.
Yeah. All right. So we might as well put Little Britain in.
Yeah, I've got a little story about Little Britain as well.
Well, let Tom say where he's going to put it first.
Yeah.
The problem is that Little Britain at the time was probably Pucker and God tier when it first came out. But the jokes are just so out of this time, if you know what I mean.
Oh
like
no,
with that Matt Lucas,
yeah.
Matt Lucas blackfacing and whatnot. It's just not. It's not acceptable today, if you know what I mean. So, sorry to be the dampener on that, but yeah.
I still think it's God tier.
I would say, I would probably say Pucker, but I would have said God tier at the time. But I feel like if I watched it back now, I still like it, but not as much.
I watched it maybe last year, maybe. So during lockdown, I had obviously we had a time to kill, and Netflix is, you know, you can only watch so many things on Netflix, and Little Britain was on there. I've probably been taken down after. I think a load of shit was getting taken down at one point, wasn't it, last year? There was rumours like In Between Us was going to get taken down and stuff. But,
yeah, I heard that rumor.
Remember, yeah, I think Little Britain was one of them that did actually get taken down, but and it's understandably why. But I must have watched it before that happened, and it was still funny. I mean, some of the stuff that is on it is very bad, but at that time, you knew no different at that time, and we was very young anyway. But
yeah, we probably didn't understand some of the stuff.
yeah, but like it's the stuff like the and you see the memes going around as well at the moment anyway, like the Prime Minister or the Member of Parliament coming outside to greet the press.
Yeah.
You see that all the time, and I don't know, the only gay in the village getting jealous when there's clearly shitloads of other gays in the village. Yeah, I think it's just very, very funny. It was iconic at that time. I mean, when I think of my childhood, Jack will carry on with his story, but I think of obviously Little Britain. I think of the 2002 World Cup and Total 90s.
Yeah, well, me and you did our own Little Britain sketches, didn't we?
Yeah.
And recorded them.
God.
Yeah, we did. My mum's probably still got it somewhere on like a VHS tape.
VCR,
yeah. Yeah. What did we do? I think we did Andy and whatever his name is.
Andy and Lou, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I want that one.
And to anyone who hasn't seen Little Britain, that is going to sound the shittest joke and wouldn't make sense at all. But it was just fucking hilarious. At the time, it just at the time it's just a guy in a wheelchair who's clearly not disabled or anything, and they'll go around the shops and be like, I want that one, and then while his caretaker was I don't know, picking up something for him, and it'll be the same thing every time. We just get out of his wheelchair and just peg off.
yeah.
And I don't know why that was just hilarious, but it was. Got to be God tier, man. It has to be God tier. God tier?
I've got to say Pucker.
All right.
And what's Tom saying?
There would do.
Isn't it? So Pucker's probably the mid anyway.
There's a few Puckers that could potentially get up. Right. Benidorm, I think it's shit wank.
Same.
I've never seen it, but it looks shit.
It is. Not going out. Is it not going out?
Yeah. Do you know what? When it first came out, I actually really liked it. But then the more it went on, the more I was just like, Lee Mack just doesn't suit situational comedy. He's actually really good on like panel where it's just like one-liners, like when you watch Would I Lie to You?
Oh, so he's brilliant on that.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, but on Not Going Out, for me, it's just background noise. Early stuff is like background noise, Pucker, and now the modern stuff is just shite. Like, I refuse to watch it. Like, he's now living with Lucy. The character arc's finished. There's no more progression for it. But they've got like 3 kids, and it's just like they're happily ever after's done. I don't really want to know anymore. It's more like that for me.
Yeah. When Tim Vine was in it,
Legend.
that was
I
the
hate
start,
Tim
wasn't it?
Vine as well.
I think background noise is probably fair.
Because it was Pucker, then it went shite wank, so background noise.
Happy medium.
Yeah.
This Country.
Oh, I love this one. God
It's
tier.
good.
Never seen.
I wouldn't say God tier. I'd say Pucker. I can't have this one in God tier if Little Britain's in Pucker.
They're actually quite. I suppose they're not that similar, but yeah. Yeah, go Pucker for now. I'll have to think about what one I want to move, but I feel more strongly about another one on here anyway.
Okay. Lee Nelson show, I think it was.
Never seen.
Oh, this is tough. I think probably background noise, but it's got the potential for shite if I actually watched it again.
Yeah, because at the
But I
time
think
it was
at the
alright.
time
Yeah.
it was all right, but
It was more meme worthy. That was the
Yeah,
thing that made
exactly
it
that.
alright.
but it's just really cringy. Like this is the cringy one I was referring to earlier.
Yeah, I think I'm borderline shy,
I'm happy to go for shite.
but I feel bad because at the time I was actually into it. Like, basically, it was just some bloke on a stage and he'd be speaking like, "All right, man, what's going on?" That shit, and then it'll be like, yeah, and then it'll be like his fat mate will be on the side who doesn't speak, and he'll be like, "You right, omelette?" His name was Omelette, and he was just a fat guy in like a tracksuit, and he'd be like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
And then there'll be like jokes. Some of the jokes are quite good. And then it'll like move to a sketch of him dressed as David, a footballer, like, looking like
David
David.
Bentley or something like that.
Yeah, David Brentford or something. Yeah, and then he'll just be acting like a typical footballer. And he moved on from that, didn't he? Then he started going into like real life press conferences and being a little prankster, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Running on pitches and stuff. I don't know, mate. I think it was quite funny at the time, but yeah, I think if I watch it now, it'll probably be wank. What are we saying? Wank?
Yeah, not enough
Yeah,
wank.
wank as opposed to shite, I think.
Yeah. Idiot Abroad. For me, this is God tier.
I don't really know it. Like, I know of it, but I think because it's on Sky, so I've not really seen it.
The thing for me is that I've seen clips on like Facebook and whatnot, and
Yeah, that's all I've seen, clips.
the clips you see are very watchable, like to the extent of Pucker.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's got Ricky Gervais in it, it makes my skin crawl, and that brings it
It
down.
does.
I don't think it has got Ricky Gervais in
No.
it, though.
No?
It hasn't.
He's
It's
he
just Carl
was
Pilkington, isn't it?
yeah. Ricky Gervais will be then in it for like maybe 2 minutes, and he'll just say, "Right, you're going off to I don't know Venezuela," and then he'll go off and he'll do some mad shit, and he'll get set tasks basically like, "Yo, you got to go and meet, you got to go and jump off a cliff or some shit," and because of the character that Carl Pilkington's like, he's just very dry, very like, oh,
Yeah.
what do that, the way he views life, and it's just so funny, and like some of the stuff he comes out with is just brilliant. He reminds me a bit of that. I don't know if you know Mark Goldbridge from United Stand on YouTube. I don't know if you ever watched that, but yeah,
Yeah.
Pucker
I'm happy for Pucker.
for me it's God tier, but
I
I'm
don't really. Yeah,
so-
I don't really. Not really seen it properly, so.
right. Skins.
Never
There
seen.
was a phase. I think everyone had a skins. Maybe not everyone then. A lot of people had a phase of watching it. A little bit. It was when that Cook bloke was in it.
Yeah,
I think I was watching it just because everyone else was watching it.
yeah, no choice. Yes, I
Yeah,
remember your sister being properly obsessed with it.
yeah, yeah.
I, for me, I don't find it. I didn't find it funny.
No, 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 it's not. But then
But this is
these
about
aren't all comedies
yes.
necessarily.
I don't know. I think it was okay. It background noise for me. It wasn't amazing, but I suppose it was relatable at the time growing up. Maybe some of the shit that was in it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Tom's never seen. So background noise. You happy with that?
Yeah, go for
yeah.
it.
Koku. I've never seen it.
Is that
Never seen.
what's that? Philip Cocky.
Hey.
Oh,
I actually prefer
is that
Philip
a show
Cocu
about
to
him?
this.
Fair enough.
That's
I've
it.
not seen it, but I
So
think
never seen then.
yeah, it's got.
2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
I think this might be background noise.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's one of them. You watch your show on BBC Three, and then this comes on. You
Yeah.
can't bother to change the channel.
You're waiting for some sexist suspicious parents. That's what you're waiting for. We'll go
Probably
with
Family Guy, but yeah.
yeah. You ain't up at past 10, Jack. That's late for you. Fresh meat.
11's late.
Never
Fresh
seen.
meat is.
I've never seen it either.
I'm gonna say Pucker, but because you guys have never seen it, put in never seen.
Okay. Dairy Girls.
I think it's Pucker, you know.
From
Yeah, do you
from
know
what
what?
I've seen,
I thought
it's
it was
good.
shit.
Yeah.
I've seen I saw one episode once, and I thought it was shit. And then I don't know. I started watching. I was like really late, like I think it was like 10, and
Blimey.
it was on, it was on E4, and I just put it on. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a chance, and it's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is it's another one of those ones where they get into mischief or some shit, and yeah, we'll go Pucker. All right, this one. Come on, lads. Only Fools and Horses. You're going to tell me you ain't seen it, and you, Tom, and Jack.
I've seen it.
I've not seen loads, but the episodes I've seen that are very memorable. So there's one where Rodney goes to an art competition or something,
Yeah,
and he's like 13. He pretends he's 13.
yeah.
And I think, is there one where they win the lottery or something? The episodes I've seen are really good. Yeah.
Mate,
You also got the fancy
I've
dress
not
one
seen
where there
like
goes Batman and
tons of
Robin.
it.
yeah, Batman and
Look-
Robin.
And then it turns out that they changed it because the guy's birthday was actually died, and everyone's in funeral wear. In a different kind of fancy dress, and they're just in a funeral dressed as Batman and Robin because nobody's told them. Like the van breaks down partway through, and they're running through like a dark alleyway, and you have these like robbers trying to mug someone, and they suddenly see coming out the fog is like Delbo and Rodney dressed as Batman and Robin, like Adam's West version coming through, and you see the Berg just like cack it and run, and leave them alone as they're running towards what they think is a party, which is now a funeral or a wake. And
It
you've
has
got
got to this.
Trigger's broom. You've got Trigger's broom as well, in it, where it's like, I've had the same broom for 15 years, but I've gone through 10 handles and 13 heads. It's like, well, it's not the same broom then, is it?
It's so good, and do you know what I'll say? That this is like the Johan Cruyff for British comedy.
I'd say Pele of British comedy.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is it produced a style of football slash, comedy in Britain where it was just perfect. It was for me. This one is God tier. This is up there. I think in terms of it, maybe this one is more iconic than the Queen, as well as In-Betweeners. I think In-Betweeners are the modern day version, not exactly the same, but Only Fools and Horses has to be God tier.
Go for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well done, thank you. My Family.
God tier.
This is God tier.
Mm.
The dad is like my dad.
I like my favourite one was when Nick suddenly goes into the Christmas tree business and he fills the whole downstairs with Christmas trees, and like the dad gets mad and tries to chase him around. And Nick's just popping up every now and again, taking the mick, and he just suddenly starts the dad tries to filter around, lost in the Christmas tree, and suddenly gets across the sofa, and the mum's just sitting there like reading a magazine, just not fussed, just not caring, just going, no, well, it'll go soon.
She's
I
always
think this is the most timeless one out of all the shows.
relatable.
I think this might be the most timeless one on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Siblings.
Never seen.
I've seen some of it. Yeah,
I think it's Pucker for me.
background noise.
Put it background noise. It's Pucker for me. I think again, those two work really well together.
I think they're both good characters. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very good. Well, I'm going to say face jack or phone jacker. I think it's only phone jacker on the picture, but let's put it in together. I think personally, this is Pucker. I can't put it up with Only Fools and Horses, but it was just brilliant watching, Cherry Tibbs, Brian Dundee. Hopefully you two watched it because I just sound like a dickhead otherwise.
No, totally. I didn't really get on with it, to be honest. But there's obviously a couple of them are in another show which I really, really liked, but I didn't particularly like this one. I don't know if it's fair to say shite, but
this is what it can't be shite. He's got the you got your bank account details. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't remember enjoying this one. I don't remember enjoying this one.
Do you want to buy a Puzz 3?
Yeah. A dividend.
Want to buy DVD? I would say the problem is it's not background noise because the whole concept of the show couldn't be background noise.
No, I can't.
But to put it as pucker would be a stretch for me.
Oh man.
So I'll put it as background noise because I wouldn't say it was shite wank.
This
Well, I
might
think
be one of my options to move up, I think. Alright, I'll put it as background noise. Right, Jack said some of the characters in that, well, there's only one guy playing it, so the character in that was in another show, and I believe that show is Phone Shop.
Yeah, that's God tier for me.
God tier for me as well.
Never seen.
Oh, Tom, I'm going to have to send you a list
That's
after.
Excellent show.
Honestly, and it's based in Sutton, which is near us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They do mention Croydon as well.
Yeah.
Croydon branch.
Basically, it's a phone shop. There's a new guy who's called Newman, and the characters are in there are just so funny, man. I mean, again, I think the two of them. I think it's Dwayne and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Is it D?
I can't remember, but they're like womanizers, basically, aren't they? They're trying.
They think they are.
Yeah, they think they are, and it's just so funny the way they're trying to get women, teach this. They call him Newman, teach Newman the tricks of the trade. Because if man a ting, he a ting, innit? But the way, and this is Newman saying this stuff,
And he's really posh.
yeah, he's like a uni.
Like he's like had to be like a roadman.
It's just very funny. So yeah, Tom, definitely give it a watch. Right, talking about Roman. I think this is another one that can go on God tier. People just do nothing.
Never seen.
Oh, mate.
I'm gonna let you have that. Yeah.
Yes, throw your K's up.
I don't feel overly strong about it being in God tier, but
Has to be.
it is quite good. It's quite good,
Mate, it's got a film coming up.
Especially Chabadi G is one of the best characters on TV. I think he carries it.
Hello. He's too good. Peanut dust. Good. Right. Where we going next? Motherland.
Don't even know what that is.
Never seen it.
Good if you've got kids and a family. It's very relatable. I think it's pucker, but if you've never seen it, I'll put it never seen. Jack, I suggest you watch it. Because Georgia might like it as well. Let's see. Bad Education.
Yeah, this is strong. This is strong pucker, I think.
Yeah, very strong pucker.
Never seen it.
Oh, Tom, we definitely got a list for you later on. If you have time to watch all this stuff. Right, Jack, you know the name of this one.
Coming of Age.
Coming of Age.
Never seen it.
So, it can't be better than Lee Nelson.
Nah.
It can't be better.
It's got to go and shine.
Yeah. Yeah. Some Girls, is it called?
Yeah.
Never seen.
I like this one, yeah. I think it's probably lower end of pucker.
I remember it being okay. I don't remember it being puckered. I don't remember it being like, yeah, this is the one. It used to be on in between something for me, from what I remember.
Yeah, it was one of them BBC Three ones again. There's quite a few of these on there.
So I'm going to go background noise for that one then, if it's in between. Friday Night Dinner.
This is God tier for me.
Shite.
Background noise for me.
I have strong feelings against this one.
Do you know what?
How strong that you're going to use your lifeline for it.
Do you know what?
Put it in background noise for now.
Tom's got a point. Hold on.
Thing is, if I'm going to pick out of Pucker or God tier and Shite Wank, I am closer to Shite Wank than I am Pucker or God tier.
Yeah. Oh, right. Jack, what's your reasons why it's God tier?
Mainly the dad character.
But-
And Jim, the neighbour.
But don't you find it so fake? Like, do you know, whenever I've watched it, I've seen it. The brothers, it's just so, it's so obvious. It's so obviously acting. Like they'll be like, "Hello, pie face" or some shit, and "Hello, screw face," and they'll slap each other and chase each other around the room, and they're like 25 and over. And it's just,
that bit is a little bit. It's like one of them things that just happens at every episode, but I think
it loses its immersion.
He so reminds me of my dad, Martin. Like even the fact that he never wears a top in the house, like
That's true.
Yeah, I just think it's so I think it's so relatable, mainly because of the dad. But yeah, I think Jim and Wilson as well. So I'd have that in God.
cool, mate. All right.
Do you know what? I've just realised there's a TV program which we haven't actually got in here, which I think does deserve to be on there. It's also got Tamsin Gregg on it. Black Books.
What's it called?
Black Books. Have you never seen it?
No.
Oh, so it's like Dylan Moran in it. He's like a drunk book owner, and you get Bill Bailey comes in, becomes his assistant, and in the end, like living slave, and then you've got Tamsin Gregg, who's a shop owner next door, and it's just the stuff that happens. Oh, it's actually really good. Like it's quite a cult classic. It was one when we were younger. Like I put it on now, and I'm still laughing. Like I know my taste of comedy is apparently not the usual, but it is actually really good, and that's one I actually recommend. It's like Channel 4. It's got Bill Bailey, and so it's going to be good. And Dylan Moran, who writes lots of things, and it is actually quite funny.
All right. Well, I'll have a look at that. But yeah, for me, it's probably almost guaranteed to be better than this. But Jack thinks it's God tier. You think it's background
noise closer to Shite Wank though.
Let's put it in background noise for now. So yeah, I may have to use. There's a few things I may have to use my little trump card for. The next one is Jack. Help me out with this one.
How Not to Live Your Life.
How Not to Live Your Life.
This is very niche, but I love this one.
Yeah.
Never seen.
This was God tier at the time.
Yeah, I'd probably have it God tier. I remember doing a thing where I did like my favourite shows, and this was on there.
This is one of the ones. I think if I remember correctly, he lived in his mum died or his nan died.
His nan died, and he lived in a house,
and he
got a butler basically for free.
Yeah, because his nan's carer was there, innit?
Yeah.
And he basically, he used to wait on him hand and foot, and this guy just done everything that you shouldn't do. Hence why it's called How Not to Live Your Life. And it was just he narrated over it basically, saying, and it would have like little rewind bits like
Yeah, and the segues were just like Tom. You said about Family Guy and not using their segues. This was like proper good segues.
Yeah.
But the way that they did it.
Very good show. Very good show. Right, well, we're near the end, lads. So, right, Miranda. Shit wank for me.
Yep, shit wank.
Shit wank. Jack?
Probably that or background noise.
Shit wank.
Bit rubbish, isn't it?
Outnumbered.
Pucker.
Yeah, I like this.
Pucker. For me.
It's like a modern My Family, but just not as good.
It can't be.
That's a good description, actually.
Pucker?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Raw Families, next one.
Christmas viewing?
Yeah, that's it. Apart from
So
that,
is there actually a series? I didn't know if that was just Christmas or.
No, there was a series to it. I never actually,
That's actually background noise. I don't think I've ever properly concentrated watching it.
neither have I, background noise. Even if I'm sitting there doing nothing, you never really actually take in what they're saying.
true.
Yeah.
Shameless. This reminds me of your dad. Check.
What? What, Frank?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's actually hard to remember. I've not watched this for years,
Never seen.
so I don't. I'm gonna step out of this one.
All right. We'll put it. Never seen them. Aim is it out. Alan Partridge.
Okay.
Surprisingly, never seen it.
Mm.
That's like a British classic.
I know he's like an icon, isn't he? And people go, that was very Partridge.
Yeah.
That's great banter.
Yeah. This is where it's all got.
Yeah.
Definitely have a watch. Vicar Dibley.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
Did you
starting
see what I did there? Did you see what I did there?
very clever. Very.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was heavy.
I've never seen it.
Wow.
What?
Isn't it?
It's like you didn't have a TV when you grew up.
Do you know what I mean?
That you
I
have
was
to.
probably watching
Songs of praise.
Lenny Henry instead.
Oh, that was a good show.
All right, fine. You've never seen it. That doesn't deter it away from God tier, does it?
No, you can't.
No, there's
Because
two
Dibley
in
does not have
good.
God.
Yeah, this one God tier. Right, last two. Now, I think this is very good. King Gary.
I don't know what that is.
Never seen it. King
What's-
Gary, never seen.
What's his name? I'm pretty sure his real name's Gary as well. No, Tom.
No.
His
Is
name's
that Tom
Tom
Davis?
Tom. Is it Tom Davis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom
Oh, because he's in what is it? You've got what's that program? Oh, Detective in Murdersville or something like that, or Murder in Celebrityville or something like that, and you get like all the celebrities come in, and there's like a stage.
in the court. Yeah.
No, that's from Ranga Nathan's one. No, the celebrity one where they like you get like escape room, so they've got to figure out who the murderer was, and that is good.
I'm thinking of the same thing. Yeah.
No, that's Romish Wrong Nathan or Judge Ringler.
Yeah. No, this one is like you dress up like celebrity in a police outfit, and then you go off and you get like these impersonate other celebrities, and then you get clues from what's happened and why Elton John's been murdered or something like that. And then you'll get like
that's not this King Gary thing.
No, but it's the same guy. But that other one, Murder in Celebritiesville, is I think that's what it's called. Is God tier.
Well,
This though is I've never seen it. It looks shy.
This one's pucker.
I'll take your word for
Is it a cooking show?
No. So for those who listen on audio, this is just a picture of King Gary
He's got an apron.
An apron. Jack with a simplistic mind thinks it's ready, steady, cook.
That was a banger, though. Ready, steady, cook.
Yeah, it was.
That was banging, yes.
Harriet. That's probably one of the funniest. If they made that into, I don't know if you've seen that clip from Ainsley Harriet coming into meet someone from this morning. I think it was this morning. Some old woman. She's like 90 odd, and he walks through the door as a surprise for her, and she shits herself. She probably shits herself. Ainsley Harriet from. Anyway, sorry, got off track. So.
Did you get all the memes coming in his face, like where he's smiling, like manically?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What a legend. Right, yeah. I think we're gonna have to put this at never seen, but you definitely have to watch that. I think there's a new series coming out as well. Romish, isn't it?
No,
yeah. Right, last one, and I really don't rate this. From what I've seen.
What?
Gavin and Stacey. I don't know. That's against everything British.
God tier.
Never seen.
Good man. What does that mean, though?
Right.
Background noise.
Well, it doesn't matter because if we go into our special picks, so now we've finished it, We've got one chance to move one. I'll move that into God. Gavin and Stacey.
Tom, you can go.
I'm going to use my special one to move Gavin and Stacey back down.
Where
No, I
to?
can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not allowed. I mean, it's funny, but I'm not allowed to. What do I want to move? Do you know what?
Pretty good
Do
list.
you know what? I'm not too unsatisfied with it. Like,
No, there's one, I think, for me.
you know what? I'm going to move the UK office to shite.
Where do we put that? Oh, Pucker. Okay.
I literally can't stand Ricky Gervais.
Okie dokie. For me, I mean, is it a bit weird that can I move and never seen one?
You can, because it's your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's between Summer Heights High to Pucker or Little Britain. Does that go higher? Because thing is, that God tier could have another level. I feel like there could be another level where it's just only fools and horses in betweeners. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But okay, I'm gonna go with fuck it. I'll go with Summer Heights High to Pucker. For me, that rounds it off then. Right, so I'll go through them. Try and go through them quickly. Right, God tier, In Betweeners, IC Crowd, Staff Let's Flats, Misfits, Only Fools and Horses, My Family, Phone Shop, People Just Do Nothing, Vicar of Dibley. Jack, remind me of this one again. I keep forgetting this fucking one. Is it not going out or Jack? Is it right? Not going.
So the screen's gone. The screen's gone back.
Well,
how not to live your life. How not to live your life.
How not to live your life. That is it. Gavin and Stacey's God tier somehow. Pucker, 40 Towers, Bottom, Father Ted, Russell Howard's. Have I got good news for you? Is it good news for you or good news?
Howard's good news.
Little Britain, Him and Her, This Country, Idiot Abroad, Bad Education, Derry Girls, Outnumbered, Alan Partridge, and Summer Heights High. Background Noise, Max and Paddy, Gimme, Uncle, Plebs, Some Girls, Love at the Apollo, Not Going Out, White Gold Skins, 2 Points of Lager and a Packet of Crisps, Siblings, Face Jacker, Phone Jacker, Friday Night Dinner. That's what I should have done. I should have put down Shit Wank. Raw Family, Never Seen, It's Pram Face, Ali G, Shameless, King Gary, Mighty Boosh, Cold Feet, Lean D, Dean, Green Wing, Motherland, Koku, and Fresh Meat. And
sorry, hang on. Sorry, before you go on, King Gary, is that the one who runs the football team? It's a kids' football team he runs in one of the episodes.
He might do.
I think I might have seen it.
He might do. He's got a bit of money behind him, but I think it's from his dad.
Possibly.
It's a good show anyway. Shark Wank. We've got Young Offenders, Benidorm, Come Fly With Me, UK Office, one of Tom's picks, Miranda, Lee Nelson Show, and this one again.
Coming of Age.
All I can say is British comedy is up there. Although I didn't think it would be this separated. I thought it would be quite hard. I thought it would be harder.
I sort of made a conscious effort to try and put some a little bit lower sometimes.
Yeah.
Than maybe if you were comparing these to some of the American shows, like I don't think Lee Nelson would necessarily be shy.
Yeah. Yeah. Lee Nelson versus American In-Betweeners. Lee Nelson would be got to.
There's a lot of programs here which I've put as background noise, but if I'd rather turn the TV off.
Basically, kids, get out. Don't watch TV. Love it, man. I think that's very good. If anything, I'm saying the complete opposite, but go and watch some of these shows. I think some of them, some of them are.
Watching from outside.
Tom, you need to
You're
watch.
giving me hints, like.
Tom, you need to watch Phone Shop. You need to watch People Just Do Nothing. Staff Let's Flats, definitely. Idiot Abroad. I think Jack didn't watch that one. And Summer Heights High. I don't know whether you watched that one, but yeah, Jack, Alan Partridge as well.
Yeah.
That is it, boys. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching or listening. Check us out on the socials at FTLOL Podcast. But as always, keep it FT.
No.